The 1970s was a crazy time for football in the UK, giving birth to some of the greatest players in football history. But what happened to those heroes after they hung up their boots? Where are they now? Let's catch up with 6 of the biggest names from that golden era. Firstly, on number 6 we have Bobby Moore, gentlemen. Bobby Moore was a legendary English soccer player of the 70s, who is best known for his amazing defence skills. He was born in 1941 and is most famous for leading the English team to their first and only World Cup win in 1966, which was crazy. Based on what we know, this young man was always calm and collected on the field, which helped his team throughout his whole career. What's interesting is that he played most of his career with West Ham United, appearing in over 500 games with them. He also played for Fulham and a few teams in the US and Denmark. Now, after he stopped playing, he coached a bit and worked in sports journalism. So where is he now? Well, sadly, he passed away from cancer in 1993 at the young age of 51. It was a huge loss for the football community, and one way or the other, he will always be remembered. Today, Bobby Moore is still remembered as a football legend and a true sportsman. There are many tributes to him, including a statue outside Wembley Stadium in London. Next up, on number 5, we have Liam Brady, born on February 13, 1956, is an Irish ex-footballer and commentator. He enjoyed a successful career in England with Arsenal, bagging an FA Cup in 1979, and in Italy with Juventus, where he clinched 2 Serie A titles. Brady also played 72 times for the Republic of Ireland's national team. Known for his skill as an attacking midfielder, Brady was famous for his superb left foot and technical prowess. His excellent passing, vision, and control made him a top-notch playmaker. After his playing days, Brady took on coaching roles, managing teams like Celtic and Brighton and Hove Albion. He also served as the assistant manager for the Republic of Ireland team from 2008 to 2010 and was Arsenal's head of youth development from 1996 to 2013. He started his media career as a TV pundit in 1990 with the BBC, later joining RTE Sport in 1998. So what is he doing now? Well, our young man just retired from punditry in 2023 and is finally living his most relaxed life. So far, so good, right? If you are enjoying this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel for more such videos. Thanks, guys. Moving to number 4, we have with us George Best. George Best was a phenomenal footballer from Northern Ireland, mainly rocking the field as a winger for Manchester United. He was famously good at dribbling and is often ranked among the top footballers ever. He bagged the European Footballer of the Year title back in 1968 and nearly snagged the FIFA Player of the Century title too. George was all about speed, skill and scoring. He had a knack for weaving past defenders and made playing look easy, which really pulled in the fans. He even made it onto the BBC's Sports Personality of the Century shortlist in 1999 and got into the English Football Hall of Fame in 2002. Off the pitch, George was a total heartthrob with his dark Beatles-style hair and a lifestyle that kept the paparazzi busy. After a standout match in Lisbon in 1966, the Portuguese media even started calling him the 5th Beatle. But living in the fast lane took its toll, and he struggled with alcoholism throughout his life. After hanging up his boots, George did some punditry, but still faced money and health problems. Sadly, he passed away in 2005 at just 59 years old from complications related to his treatment after a liver transplant. Now on number 3, let's talk about Kevin Keegan. Kevin Keegan is one of those names in English football that just can't be forgotten. Born on February 14, 1951, in Doncaster, England, he kicked off his career at Scunthorpe United, but truly made waves during his time at Liverpool. At Liverpool, Keegan was nothing short of a sensation, helping the team clinch 3 First Division titles, 2 UEFA Cups, and even the European Cup. His knack for scoring and his leadership on the field made him a standout player not just at the club level, but also internationally with the England national team. After his successful playing career, Keegan transitioned into management, taking the helm at clubs such as Newcastle United, Fulham, and Manchester City. His managerial stint at Newcastle is particularly memorable. He led the club to a Premier League runners-up finish in the 1995-96 season, famously challenging Manchester United for the title in what was a thrilling campaign. Keegan also managed the England national team from 1999 to 2000. These days, Keegan has dialed back his direct involvement in football. While you might catch him sharing his insights as a pundit or commentator, he's mainly enjoying a quieter life, indulging in personal interests and the occasional public speaking gig. He's also known for his charity work and makes appearances at various football-related events. It's clear that while he may have stepped back from the limelight, his impact on the sport continues to resonate with fans and players alike. Next up, on number 2, is Francis Henry Lee, also known as Franny Lee, was born on April 29, 1944 in Lancashire. He started as a speedy and determined striker, playing for teams like Bolton Wanderers, Manchester City, Derby County, and even the England national team. Over his career, he netted more than 200 goals and picked up league titles with both Manchester City and Derby. His football skills earned him a spot in the English Football Hall of Fame in 2010. After retiring from football, Franny didn't just sit back. He jumped into the business world, starting a toilet roll company. Interestingly, guys, in 1994, Franny made a big move by taking over as chairman of Manchester City. He bought a hefty amount of shares and was cheered on by fans, especially when he promised to turn the club into the happiest and most celebratory place in football. His time in charge was a roller coaster, though. He made some bold claims and decisions, like appointing his buddy Alan Ball as manager, which unfortunately didn't pan out as hoped, and the club faced relegation. Franny stepped down as chairman in 1998. Franny's life was full of adventure and challenges, and he faced them all with the same determination he showed on the football field. Sadly, he passed away after a long battle with cancer at 79 years old on October 2nd, 2023. It was a huge loss for our community. Now, last but not least, on number 1 we have Kenny Dalglish. Born on March 4th, 1951 in Scotland, Kenny is nothing short of a football legend. He's considered one of the greatest players ever, especially famous for his time at Celtic and Liverpool, and across Britain, really. Kenny made a whopping 338 appearances for Celtic and 515 for Liverpool as a forward. He also played 102 games for Scotland, scoring 30 goals. In 1983, he snagged the Ballon d'Or Silver Award and was voted PFA Players Player of the Year. He was also named the FWA Footballer of the Year in 1979 and again in 1983. In 2009, 442 magazine even named him the top striker in post-war British football, and he's been inducted into both the Scottish and English Football Halls of Fame. After hanging up his boots, Kenny focused on charity from 2000 to 2010, starting the Marina Dalglish appeal with his wife to raise money for cancer care. He returned to Liverpool as a caretaker manager in January 2011 after Roy Hodgson was let go, and he took over permanently that May. He managed to win the League Cup, which was Liverpool's first trophy since 2006, and got them into the UEFA Europa League, plus they reached the FA Cup final. However, they only finished 8th in the Premier League that season, and he was dismissed in May 2012. Kenny returned to Anfield as a non-executive director in October 2013, and in a cool twist, Anfield's centenary stand was renamed after him in October 2017. What a tribute. Fast forward to December 19, 2023, and Kenny snagged the BBC Lifetime Achievement Award at the BBC Sports Personality of the Year event. Quite the honour, right? As we wrap up our look at these 70s football stars, it's amazing to see what they've done beyond the game. Legends like Bobby Moore and Kenny Dalglish didn't just play, they left a mark that goes beyond their playing days. Sadly, some like Moore and Lee have passed away, but their influence still inspires everyone in football. Others, like Dalglish and Brady, are still around, doing everything from coaching to charity work. It's really cool to see how they've impacted football, not just in winning games, but in shaping the sport. Thanks for watching.